off and goes, but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Let's put him on the...
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice pass start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Black 80! I'm here all day. 65. Back. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, alert!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, tight. I got you. 12.
On second down, a run with Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Eric Armstead. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. These two teams all tied after one. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
21. Here we go. White. I got you. Hey, exit.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
21.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
61, matchbox, lights. 2. Flag.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Olivier Vernon, his 2nd sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know, but September 10th.
Misty there.
That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
Well, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you, but you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft. We'll do all the football things, but there'll be nothing like Thursday, September 10th, 2020. And they'll likely be in Arrowhead, right? They'll likely be there for Kansas City. I know it's not a given, but after winning the Super Bowl, after a 50-year wait with that organization and that franchise and family, that game's going to be there that Thursday night.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, we do have some work to do because they're still picking up the controllers out there in Madland, I hope.
Certainly you have to, and why wouldn't you? Because you go ahead and play now, and you figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl in Tampa next year, and I know you're going to let us know.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. 180. 12. Protein spill.
On second down, it's Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
One, Omaha.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the night. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So the opening drive of this Third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, tight.
Mayfield. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alert!
57's the Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Here we go.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
I got this.
51's the Mike, boys. 51. Let's go, defense. Hey.
Nick. Hey, Zoo.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Go.
Hey, gun. 21. Hey, Haywood.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Demarius Randall. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
A run for Nick Chubb. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 38. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Watch the side. Alert, flare, alert, flare, flare, flare. Check 3.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
1-7, 1-7. Check right, 54.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 9, check 9.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run. Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had his problems trying to keep him contained.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
A toss play to Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Larry Ogunjobi able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.